updating the interface here. We're actually, what? Oh, right, wrong thing. Here? Yes. And here. And here. And there. Okay. We're up to date. I love this. There's the Barrens and Razorfen Downs, which, as we know, is at the north end of the Barrens. Just near Stone Talon Peak, which is also at the base of Ashenvale. I guess that's actually true.
War Chief, our ship sustained heavy damage when we passed through the raging maelstrom. It's unsalvageable.
I knew it. Can we confirm our location? Is this Kalimdor?
We traveled due west as you instructed. This should be it.
Very well. Has there been any sign of Hellscream or the other ships?
No, War Chief. Not since we got separated.
Prepare to move out. If our comrades did make it here, we should be able to find them along the coast.
That's a weird thought, isn't it? Are we on Kalimdor? Not like we have maps of this place.
None will survive.
So, orc time.
Dabu.
Grunts! Grunts have tons of health, tons of armor, tons of damage. They also cost a decent chunk of food and resources. Trolls. They're kind of the universal unit. They can hit, and they have range, and they get a regen later ability. They're also pretty glass cannony, especially compared to grunts. We've kind of already shown how grunts are in direct combat with other units, since we showed how many footmen it took to take down just a few grunts back in the human
get on
campaign.
with it.
Now they're on our side. Really, the only downside of the grunts is they can't attack air, which can be an issue.
For honor.
Hello, Permius, Alex Korbianiki, and Valkorian. What's up, guys?
Yes. Your time has come.
Oh, good to know, wherever we go, there's always Murlocs.
This is one of our ships, War Chief. It must have been smashed against the rocks in the storm.
Indeed, a Kaivurul Vailem, I agree.
For honor. The spirits are restless.
Uh-oh, it's Chromie.
Lokrigar Nogal.
That does sound like Monster Hunter.
For honor.
It's okay, Chromie's dead.
Yes.
In this timeline.
Your time has come. Dabu.
I always have loved how Thrall is basically a ranged character, despite being Thrall. Who, you know, wields a giant frickin' mace.
Yes.
A lot of death happened here. Holy crap.
For honor.
What's these weird totems on the ground?
A great battle took place here. The clay is red with fresh blood.
Is there nothing in this land but dust and carnage?
I mean, early judgment there, man. Come on.
None will survive.
Pull it back, Thrall.
Yes.
Seriously, why is this not a weapon for the Taurans yet? I know we finally have an option for it for the heirloom armor. But why have we never gotten the frickin' totems? Why, Potato? Why? Why did you do this for me, Potato? Or why did you do this to me, Potato? You could have given us the totem. It could have been amazing.
Those pig creatures are unlike anything I've ever seen before.
At least they're prettier than the humans.
I don't know if I agree with that. But thank you very much, Potato. Very much obliged as always, sir.
I am the war chief.
And I'll put that towards the destroyer.
The spirits are restless.
And yeah, it'd be a mace, or just an artifact weapon.
Dabu.
I mean, we've already got that classification of
This wreck
weapons.
has been abandoned for quite some time. Perhaps the crew has survived and is around here someplace. Not enough mana.
I am the war chief. For honor. Dabu.
Thanks for saving us, man. We should hurry. The pigmen say there were other ships nearby.
Oh. Well, we don't want to disappoint the Quillbore, do we?
Yes.
Side note, I've always...
The horsemen are slaughtering those bull creatures. I led us here to escape senseless conflict. Now it seems we're surrounded by it.
Okay, the centaurs look a lot better than they used to. The old centaur model was actually bad. It's one of the very few Warcraft 3 models I think was legitimately not a good model.
Honor.
Thromkar, War Chief. We knew you'd find us.
Thromkar, warrior. I'm glad you're all safe. Were you part of Hellscream's group?
No, War Chief. We were separated in the storm. We only just arrived.
Damn it, Grom. Why aren't you Caspian? I mean, if you think about it, if Grom had been Caspian, like, none of this crap would have happened. Yeah, centaurs would have been a very cool race, but no Quillbore, no centaurs. I've always loved the idea of a mongrel horde. I know I've talked about this a lot, so forgive me. But I love the idea of the lesser races banding... The less powerful races. The smaller nations banding together and doing something, you know? Because we got the Quillbore, and we got the Gnolls, and we got the Murlocs, we got the Centaurs. There's a lot of smaller races that just don't have the level of military, economic, industrial, and political power that the other races do. But no.
Yes.
Even Harpies. Yeah, they look like they're WoW models there. Thank you very much, Caspian. Much obliged and appreciate as always, sir.
The spirits are restless.
And I have put that towards Ace Attorney 3.
Yes.
I mean, I would have rolled a centaur. Racial. Your standard run speed is more than other people's. There you go. There's your racial. Don't need anything else. Just that.
Let's get on with it.
I would also roll a Sethrak, but no, we got the Volpera instead for some reason. I mean, no offense to the Volpera, but come on, Sethrak.
The horsemen look as if they're dressed for war. Lokrigar Nogal.
Hey, Myron.
For honor. Let's get on with it.
I mean, the Volpera are fine. I just don't want to play one.
Yes.
I haven't even made a Volpera, and I don't plan to.
Yes. I am the war chief. For honor. Dabu. For honor.
The spirits will heal us. Except for Ragnaros. He's not big into that, really. Where's the music? That's on. Okay, whatever. Let's turn this down a little bit. No, I don't think things need to be that high-powered. Not really. I don't understand what you mean by what I would replace it with, though. Something lower-powered. That's all. Not that hard.
Yes. Dabu.
You gotta say it right, Valkorian.
They are no longer part of my horde!
For honor.
Yes, I'm counting on it. All of the furries, the elves, the pretty people will come and try to kill me, and they will break upon the spires of Orgrimmar!
Something like that, probably.
Dabu.
Nothing, Loner? Like variety?
Yes.
Multiple game mechanics and things to do? Like, I don't know. I suppose that it's inevitable that some people demand power creep. And in response to that, I have no solution. There's no answer to that. If people demand power creep, then you have power creep. There you go. Congratulations. There is now a power creep.
Dabu.
From Ka, War Chief.
Well met, warrior. Has there been any sign of...
The horsemen are charging! Defend yourselves!
That doesn't have anything to do with power creep, though, I mean, sadly. One moment. There we go.
The spirits are resting.
Hang on. Hey, it's one of the best Horde characters.
I am Cairn, chief of the Bloodhoof Tauren. You greenskins fight with both savagery and valor. I am intrigued. I am Thrall, and these are my brethren, the Orcs. We've come seeking the destiny promised to us. Seeking destiny? It will find you in time, young one. However, there is an oracle far to the north which might be able to... North? But there's an army of the horsemen marching north. What? No. My village is in danger. I must know more about this oracle. Follow them. Protect Cairn at all costs.
I've never even heard of Hive Games, Eliza, so I suppose that answers you. Yeah, Cairn is probably one of the first people here who doesn't actually look good to me. Most of the new models I really like. Even the generic Tauren look cool. Which are the heavies of the Horde, by the way.
I am the War Chief.
Excuse me, the Orcs.
Yes. Dabu. Yes. For honor. Yes. Your time has come. For honor.
We have an escort mission later. Oh,
We've arrived in time. The next wave is advancing. Let's get on with it. Yes. Lokrigar, Nuka. Loknarash! Here they come again. Let's get on with it. Who you want to kill? Yes. Your time come.
No, Myron.
For Doomhammer!
No plans.
Ah, they've brought a champion with them this time. None will survive.
I sincerely doubt anyone would want to play anyways. Hang on, I need to jot this down before I forget about it.
The spirits are restless. Logrigar Nogal. Your tribe is safe, Old One. Thanks to you, young war chief. But the centaur drove off all the game in this region, and I cannot allow my people to starve. Soon we must head north to the verdant grasslands of Mulgore. And you fear the marauders will overtake you? Yes. The devil's speed cannot be matched upon the plains. Well, if you tell us how to reach the oracle you spoke of, then my brethren and I will escort you on your march. I am intrigued by you and your people, young thrall. You are more than welcome to join us.
I've always liked Kieran's weapon. Hello, Colin Palissa. It's good to know you're no longer dying horribly. Because being sick sucks, as we all know. Fairy tales is a specific type of fantasy. Fantasy is an overall general qualifier, Elizer. What? That, huh? Well, that's the end of the premiere run, apparently. I can't start the mission. Hang on. Let's change difficulty, see if that changes anything. Like, it won't even let me start the mission. It's just as soon as it finishes loading, it goes to the defeat screen. One moment. I notice the sound bug is continuing into the menu. No, the Taurans are in fact omnivores. But they're mostly vegetarians. Yeah, give me a sec, guys. The music's back, so that's good. It's just an unpolished product, Hazardous, that's all. Weird.
This land is rugged and beautiful, much like the place from which my people originally come.
Yes. We Tauren have always held a great respect for the works of the Earth Mother. There are far worse fates than living freely upon the open plains, young Warchief.
Perhaps. But my people deserve a land to call their own, Cairn.
War Chief, we've spotted a herd of marauders bearing down on us.
Cairn, the Kodos are overburdened and must rest. Why don't you remain here and protect the caravan while we search for a suitable oasis?
Ha! There's no need to coddle me, boy. I may be old, but I'm not helpless.
Correct, Dream Whisperer.
Yes.
This is technically a dungeon mission.
Dabu.
Very tough, technically. Yeah, my silence means a cutscene's playing, Magister. I've seen a few minor bugs. It's just unpolished. It's pretty common,
Assume defensive positions.
considering
Tarogar,
Blizzard products
let
recently.
none stand in our way.
It's just kind of the norm now. There's always little stuff, but it definitely is unpolished. No, Dream Whisperer.
Dabu.
So I'm gonna be stupid. I'm just gonna hit a move and then see what
Hold your
happens.
formations. The Kodos
Oh,
must be
wait.
protected.
Yes.
Someone remember the number 3.
Catch the Tauren unprepared.
Nothing new, Hazardous. That's what that is. I'm really tired of people constantly banging on that like it's the worst thing in the universe. I'm sorry, Hazardous. I know. I'm having some real pendulum effect problems here. Because I have people screeching in my ear non-stop about how terrible this game is, and it's like, guys...
Thramka, warrior. You're from the war song, are you not?
Yes, War Chief. Hellscream sent our party to find you, but we were separated when the horsemen attacked.
Don't worry. We'll find them. For now, drink from the pool. The spirits of this place will replenish your strength.
The Centaur have returned. We're under attack.
I know, Hazardous. It's just, God, you should see the internet about this right now. Earlier this morning, I actually did an unrelated search and found like 5 things that were like, oh my God, Warcraft Reforged is horrible death doom. You're supposed to drink it, Baron.
For honor. Dabu.
Yeah, I try not to internet as much as I possibly can. And it irritates me for 2 reasons. First of all, because it's an overreaction. And second of all,
Yes.
because when I make a comment that there are issues with this, and that it's not a good remake, and blah, 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 people are going to be like, oh, well, you're just one of those screeching chorus that I just referenced. It's like, no! I automatically get lumped in with those people just for not liking it.
The Marauders attack again. Stand and fight, my brethren.
Anyways, moving on.
Yes. For honor.
You know, let's just do this. So yeah, as I said yesterday, because we've already come to this conclusion, we're just playing through Warcraft 3 with a coat of new paint. And that's what we're doing. Does look nice. Now, the one place where it looks like they actually put effort into it was the new models and textures. There are a couple, I think literally 2 models I don't care for, and I don't like their portraits. Like, Thrall looks ugly there. Actually ugly. What the hell?
For honor.
The orcs are like, eh. Trolls are like, eh. And then Cairn down here. What is wrong with his face?
Hail, War Chief. How may we serve you?
Oh, where'd you go? Here.
No problem.
Hey, we have our Wolf Riders. Woo. You notice we haven't had a base building mission yet, by the way, for the Orc campaign. Also, unlike the Undead, their Ensnare move has to be manually triggered. However, it also is free. It's basically just a cooldown ability. This is not Frozen Throne, no.
Yes.
Warcraft 3 is not an MMO, nor is Warcraft 2 or 1. They are RTS games, which stands for real-time strategy.
Yes, chieftain. For honor. No problem. The oasis at last.
Probably tomorrow, Taito, at the current pace.
Warsong catapults. Those could be useful.
It's okay, we know he's pretty inside.
Yes. Say the word. For honor.
I doubt it, Elizer? Since Asia doesn't exist?
Yes.
There are people of darker skin, because, you know, melanin is a thing, but... like, I don't know how an Asian person would exist in Azeroth. So the Titans one day decided to make people who were different. I mean, Bethesda, in my opinion, has been downward spiraling since Skyrim. That would be,
Hold your
about
formation.
8
The
years ago
corridors
now?
must be protected.
So make of that what you will.
Gosh. For honor.
Come, sisters. It's been too long since we feasted on Outlander flesh.
I wouldn't advise it, ladies. Once my wolf riders bring you to the ground, you'll have little chance against us.
But they're hungry. Just waiting for that res to go off. How about make a really good game, Baron, and not fill it to the brink with garbage? Just a thought.
For honor. Dabu.
Yeah, exactly. There's humans who have darker skin, but they're just humans who have darker skin. Because, you know, sunlight.
For honor.
Favorite company?
Need something.
No. I do not.
Yeah.
So I kind of already pointed this out, but these guys actually do siege damage. Not a lot. Not compared to the catapults,
Leads
which do a
straight to Mulgore.
ridiculous amount of siege
I
damage.
fear the caravan will be overrun before it reaches the other side.
Like, as I mentioned before, these guys' siege weapons are mean.
Yes.
Of course, the disadvantage is everything else about them. They have nothing special about them. They're literally just siege damage, and lots of it. Low health, low armor. Lots and lots and lots. Oh, they're also slow. They're basically the equivalent of the mortar team. I think they're a little sturdier than the mortar team, but otherwise they're the same.
Need something.
because we're not playing the dwarves, Savacom. We're killing the dwarves. Because I killed 2 dwarves before I killed 2 dwarves. And then I killed 2 more. Which is funny, because it is in Warcraft. Crazy
For
horse.
honor.
Say the word.
Siege damage with a sword? Well, that's the sword they're using. Not really, Alex Korbianiki. Not unless you count killing enemies in one shot funny.
Yes.
I know. All I do is kill stuff in Warcraft. I'm sorry. I'm so
Yes,
violent.
chieftain.
Dabu. For
Need
honor.
something.
Yes.
The only thing they did with the music was they added in the Frozen Throne tracks to the vanilla game. Otherwise, no change.
Dabu.
Cairn, the caravan will never make it in time.
Let the fury of the Earth Mother deal with these wretches as they deserve.
Well, that's better animated.
They will trouble us no more. And you, young war chief, are free to continue your quest.
To the Oracle. What is it?
Legends say that it saw the strands of fate as they were woven by the Earth Mother. It alone can show you your destiny.
Where will I find it?
Far to the north, near the shadowy base of Mount Hyjal, lies Stone Talon Peak. You will find the Oracle within the peak's hollow. I will send my finest Kodos to aid you in your journey.
Thank you, Cairn. I will not forget you.
Go with honor, young war chief. May the Earth Mother smile upon you.
Karen has always been awesome. From day one, until Garrosh murdered him off camera. Never forget. Meanwhile, elsewhere.
Hail, mighty Manaroth. How goes the invasion?
Bah, these frail humans offer no real resistance.
Then the Scourge did its job well, unlike some others I could name.
Do not mock me, Dreadlord. I am aware of the Orcs' failure. When I find them, I will discipline them myself.
Yes, actually, that's why I've come. I thought you might like to know that the Orcs are no longer here.
What? Are you certain?
Certain as ever, Manaroth. My agents, at least, are always dependable. They tell me that the Orcs have landed on Kalimdor.
Kalimdor? But what could they be? Bah! The Orcs are mine by right, and I will claim them wherever they choose to run. And you are mine, Manaroth. You would do well to remember that fact. We will watch the wayward Orcs and wait. Despite their failure, they may still prove useful to us.
That was me on the music, by the way. The music was so loud I couldn't frickin' hear them talking, so it's part of that balancing issue we've already had. I kind of wanted to hear their lines, you know. I'd say a month, maybe 2, Lycon. Like pre-production work, nothing real.
War Chief, we've been trudging through this wasteland for a week with nothing to fight but centaurs and pigmen. We need real enemies to test our mettle.
Yes, boredom and the beating sun have put us all on edge. But we must push on. All will be made clear once we meet the Oracle.
Besides, I'm wearing the black armor.
As you say, War Chief. Look, it's the Warsong clan, and they're battling humans.
Wretched orcs, how dare you follow us to this land?
Save your breath, human. You'll need it to scream when I start tearing off your limbs.
Nice guy.
Loktar warriors! Hellscream needs help!
Grom. Grom.
For honor.
You don't understand, Grom redeems himself, guys.
Hellscream, what was this about? And how the hell did these humans get here anyway?
Same way we did, little brother. Apparently, a frail girl named Proudmoore leads them. Her forces have cordoned off the pass that leads to the north.
Well, we must make it through the pass despite her. I'll send our hunters to scout the area while we establish a base. Until then, the humans are not to be touched.
Whatever you say, War Chief.
No, I like Grom. He is a very flawed character, which is part of what I like about him. He's also, well,
Yes.
probably the biggest source of problems in the Horde overall.
Be happy to.
Because, basically Thrall decides to venerate him and heavily romanticizes him, which leads to some very serious issues with regards to the Horde in general, and Garrosh in particular. So, you know,
What do you
good
want?
job. Way to be.
Work.
So, orc buildings, burrows, are basically bunkers. You can get in there and you can fight from them, and they also provide food. I will, however, always give Grom one credit, and that's that he tries, which, frankly, I can't say that about many people. Grom really does want to be a good person.
Lokrigar Nokal.
Go over there. So the Kodo Beast is actually an interesting thing. Very low damage, very high health, and it has 2 abilities. One just eats a unit, and they slowly die as it's being eaten. And 2,
Work complete.
they have an aura, which increases the attack damage of everyone nearby. Keeping in mind orc units in general already have high attack damage. It's a really good support unit for the orc army, so that's nice. Let's set this up. I guess I don't really have any choice here, do I?
Work.
It's Warcraft 3, Cloud of the Stars. That is more or less literally the answer to your question. If you're expecting a remake or anything really big, you're looking in the wrong place.
Be happy to. I can do that.
Yeah, this place is just resource starved, isn't it? Let's set it up over here.
Okie dokie.
There was, but the sound balance has been bad in this version in general. The aura does not affect buildings, no. Well, if you zoom in a little bit, you'll see that it's not actually Warcraft 3. I mean, the graphics have been retooled. Because if you think that was in 2002, I got another thing coming.
Something need doing?
As I mentioned, the watchtower is basically useless, so we're not even going to bother with that. I might throw up a couple.
Work complete. Work.
Hey, boss man. We spotted multiple human encampments nearby. There'll also be a goblin laboratory, protected by a base to the north.
Interesting. If we can reach the goblins without incident, we can hire their zeppelins to fly us above the pass.
Yeah, exactly, Crazy Norse. Orc towers are... this is not like the undead towers we were using earlier today. Orc towers are there to make the enemy go, oh, I should attack that, while your actual defensive unit's moving and deal with them. Where's my fourth guy? Oh, there he is. Oh yeah, undead towers are actually pretty good, especially en masse. As I already demonstrated. Let's go and throw that up now.
Ready to work.
About the rest in a minute.
Work complete. Something you doing?
So we will set up a couple of watchtowers.
Work.
Oh my god. Sorry, I'm tired of the beating drums. Night Elf towers are the worst in the entire game. No joke. They are total freaking garbage. They are an insult to defensive emplacements. And that's all I have to say about that. I don't know. A few million, Taitu, overall. Like, that's including civies and whatnot. There's supposed to be a huge civilian group basically following the military group here. Meanwhile, Grom is about to make everything worse for everybody. I'm not actually joking. That's what's about to happen. Thrall is very charismatic. Very diplomatic, too. Perhaps a little bit too diplomatic, but, you know, whatever.
Be happy to.
I can wait no longer. The humans must be slaughtered!
War Chief, the Warsong clan is attacking the humans despite your orders.
Damn it. There's nothing to do now but fight. Tighten our defenses. I'll deal with Hellscream later.
So, he provokes the humans, and he does so with a force that basically has no chance of actually defeating them. He literally provokes them, just to be clear. Hellscream won't survive as an own. Yeah, no kidding, he won't. The humans will undoubtedly attack. I wonder why. Tower rushing can be fun, but it depends on the game and the side. Like, in Total Annihilation, that's one of my major strategies.
What do you want? Ready to work.
Protoss. I love that
Work
stuff,
complete.
too.
Something need doing? What do you want?
Yes, I did. Okay, so let's do that real quick.
We're ready to work.
God, the spikes. Those things look mean in this version. Oh, Grom would totally be a Sith. In fact, he would be a very powerful Sith. Not very smart, not very skilled, and he probably wouldn't get very far. But he has a lot of power at his back. That's basically why Grom is as big of a deal as he is. Because he's just really, really strong. Yeah, exactly, Crazy Norse. But let's not get into that.
Ready to work.
Actually, I've always liked the design of orc buildings, so it's since Warcraft 2, to be more clear. So I'm down. Anyways, yeah, Grom is very Darth Malak. That's a good way to put that. So the way this mission is structured, this is actually a cool mission design. So our goal is just to get up, buy 2 Zeppelins, and get back with them. That's all we have to do. But there's a whole lot in the way of doing that. And Grom is going to attack a different base each time. Every time he attacks a base, a script goes off that makes that exact base counterattack us, not Grom. So basically, I don't know how to describe this, but I love the structure of this mission, because everything that's going to happen is something you're well aware of, and you know how and when and why. You always see Grom starting to attack, and then thus you always know the moment Grom attacks, within about 3 or 4 minutes, you are going to get counterattacked. You also have the optional mission to wipe out all the other humans here, because slaughter! For once, I'm actually not going to do the optional mission. I'm going to try to just get to the Zeppelin. I believe if you really screw with it, like, I mean, really screw with it, you can block Grom from doing that, but you have to literally physically make a wall around his base so his units cannot escape, which takes a huge amount of resources and time. But I have heard of that happening. I've never done it myself. No slaughter, guys. We're the Horde. The actual Horde. The real Horde. We're the good guys. That being stated, let's go with 2 of each. I don't know, Richard Brock. Like I said, never done it. Could Thrall run for president? I mean... Yep, see? Grom's going off to do an attack, so we're going to get a counterattack soon. I'm actually thinking about doing the exact same thing, True Most Pro. Especially since, well, let's see in a second. So he's going to attack those guys now, the Gilneas Brigade.
Work complete. War Chief, the Warsong clan is attacking another human encampment.
Perhaps this is our destiny. To go on fighting the humans forever.
Oh, you have no idea, Thrall. You have no idea.
The spirits are restless.
You... Hey, Platy.
My life for the Horde.
I don't know, Eliza. Most interspeciesism in Warcraft isn't really discussed. Like, it never comes up, basically. Very rarely. There's not a lot of crossbreeds.
The spirits are restless. Vengeance for Surgi. Let's get on with it.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're going to try something weird. We're going to hit a save here. Then we're going to run. Who, Akira? That person doesn't exist. I never did. I never will.
Yes.
I should probably get these going because I just sent. Yeah, okay, let's go do that.
We're under attack. Build there.
I can do that. I am.
Our allies' hero has been slain.
Oh, we can attack those.
For honor.
Okay, are we going through the blue base? Looks like we are. Yep, okay, so.
We're under attack!
Back off, back off. We don't come in war, I swear!
Yes.
Night Elves do eat, yes, although they don't need to eat in the same way we do.
We're under attack!
Kill the Centaur. The Centaur are fair game. Oh! Well, we killed an elf. Whatever. The humans are attacking us from behind as we're trying to get through the centaur. Frickin' humans, am I right?
For honor.
Trying to be peaceful. Going out of our way to not kill them, and they're like, we will kill you.
For honor.
Oh my god. Look at this crap.
Look, Naruto. Work complete.
It was the only way, Malachor. Also, his wife made him.
Yes.
I don't know, dude. Run. Very slowly run. The humans are still trying to kill us. This is actually starting to get irritating. Oh, crap. Okay. No. You
got him. Spirits are restless.
Slow-mo.
I am
Booyaka.
Chief.
We made it through.
Logrigar no gone.
Work complete.
I've laughed in
The
the face of
spirits
danger.
are restless.
Are you threatening me?
Okay, we can do this.
Full speed ahead.
We have to, Malachor. It's the only way to reach here. Alright, so we just want to go around the side here. Don't want to provoke the Alliance any more than we already have. I should stop calling them the Alliance.
Full speed ahead.
The Proudmorians? I don't know.
Got it.
And we should be good. We had to get to the Zeppelins. That's the goal. Get to the Zeppelins. Or we could wipe out all the humans here who are not our enemies for no reason. No, again, sorry. We're the good guys. We are the actual Horde. Gonna have to start calling it that. The actual Horde. But yes, these are what will eventually become the Theramorians, to put it that way. And we win. Alright, Grom, smack!
With these, we can reach Stone Talon Peak by morning.
A true warrior would simply take the pass from the humans.
Smack!
Have you lost what's left of your mind, Pellscream? I gave you a direct order to leave the humans alone. What the hell is wrong with you?
Don't lecture me, pup. The wretches deserved death. Don't you feel it, Thrall? It's like the old days. Like the demons are near.
I don't know what's come over you and your men, but this bloodlust is a liability that I can't afford.
I'm sorry, Thrall. You're right. I can handle it.
I can't take that chance, Pellscream. Take your clan into the northern forest and build us a settlement. I'll come and find you after we've reached the Oracle.
Now, the funny thing is, if Thrall had taken him with him, it would have been badly, because, you know, they wouldn't have been able to ally with the Theramorians. The fact that Thrall decided to send him to Ashenvale means it ends badly, because now we're going to make enemies of the Night Elves. No matter where you send Grom, it's a problem. I just noticed we're still on story difficulty. So story difficulty... Hang on, I actually want to see some here. You know what? Hey, I have a better idea. Honestly, sending him to Ashenvale is probably less bad. Well, Garrosh is on another planet right now, Malachor, so... Yeah, but we don't have a battlefield right now, Pyro. Hey, look! Skippable cutscenes. I give up. This mission's too hard. Like I said, I'm willing to give Grom credits, but the problem is I enjoy him mostly because he's an interesting character. But in lore, he's just a huge liability. Alright.
Something need doing? Happy to. What do you want? I can do that. Something need doing? Let's get on with it. This is a risk.
Just give me a second, guys. I figure this is as good a time as any to test this. Test it we shall.
What do you want? Be happy to.
I don't know if I would ever see Grom as a good leader, personally.
Okie dokie, yes.
Warrior? Oh yeah. That man can kill things. But leader? Again, this is the... Someone mentioned him, comparing him to Darth Malak, and it's very apt, because Malak is a terrible leader. But he rises to the top based purely on the fact that he's really good in a fight. You know, no one was able to take the mantle from him, basically.
Work complete.
See, I could see your point, Mihawk, but I completely disagree because this mission. Grom's right there and he couldn't control him.
Something need doing? Be happy to.
I don't think there really is a Revan equivalent in Warcraft. Other than Arthas. Apparently we think alike there.
Research complete.
Well, like I said, there's not really a clean one-to-one on that one. But Arthas was charismatic, intelligent, you know, good leader, loved his people, cared a lot, and was willing to go, you know, as far as he needed to accomplish things. The only difference is that Revan is smarter, and far more of a long-term planner, but also that Revan, how do I praise this? Revan basically willingly descended into darkness, whereas Arthas kind of unknowingly did. And let's ignore Tor for a second. Let's ignore Tor, the Sith Emperor. Let's just throw all that out the window, just really quick.
Hey, boss man. We spotted multiple human encampments nearby. There'll also be a goblin laboratory, protected by a base to the north.
Interesting. If we can reach the goblins without incident, we can hire their zeppelins to fly us above the pass. Dabu.
Ready to work.
Arthas and Revan would be very mean, yes.
Something need doing?
That would be holy crap.
Work. Ready to work. Yes. Be happy to.
Ready to work.
Ironically, it has been argued that if Arthas had someone like Jaina at his back, he probably would have succeeded a lot more and a lot better. Whether he would have eventually fallen to become Death Knight Arthas is a little more debatable, but
are restless.
you get the general idea. Yeah, that's why he's Grom, or Grom is him, Malachar. The second Lich King versus Revan? The second Lich King would crush Revan. The Force is not that strong. Not
Ready
really.
to work.
Not when compared to other fictions.
Work complete. Work complete. Something need doing?
Yeah, we all know about Frost Lich Jaina. The funny part would happen when the second Lich King killed Revan, and then got Revan right back up. Alright, you work for me now. No! Alright, so, I want you to lead my forces to victory. Okay. Yes, boss.
Wait no longer.
The humans must be slaughtered!
War Chief, the Warsong clan is attacking the humans despite your orders.
Damn it. There's nothing to do now but fight. Tighten our defenses. I'll deal with Hellscream later.
Death Knights of the Old Republic. Oh, dude. There's a crossover we need.
Ready to work.
I don't know, Ardith. I mean, Murden kind of tried, but yeah, it was too little too late, I think.
Work complete. Ready to work. Research complete.
Master?
Our allies' hero has been slain.
Oh, no. Yes, Jaina is secretly a Dreadlord. How did you know?
Work complete.
She was always the Dreadlord. How long was Arthas possessed? From Warcraft 3 Frozen Reign of Chaos to the end of Wrath. So hang on, that's I want to say 7 or 8 years, something like that. I could be incredibly off in my timing. Hello, Purtles. Did we get the upgrades? Yep. So here comes the counterattack.
Yes.
Say the word.
I am Dabu.
How did my father die? A young Jedi Knight named Darth Arthas slew your father. Usually it's about a year-ish for most of these chemic, but we don't have a hard numbers on that, so I don't know is the truthful answer to your question.
Lokriga no God.
Alright, let's see how this works out.
Yes.
Base looks the same.
Dabu.
Their stats were higher, though, I noticed. Yes, Boogity.
We're under attack.
Depends on how you define that, Alex. Do you mean all of Warcraft history across all of everything forever and always? That would be somewhere around the range of 23 millennia. I think.
We're under attack!
Well, thanks, Warsong guys. Thanks for the help here. That's a good question, Baron.
The Warsong clan is attacking another
don't know.
human encampment.
Perhaps this is our destiny. To go on fighting the humans forever.
Yeah, we'll never know, really.
Dabu.
Alright, now the fun part.
Our allies' hero has been slain.
Yes.
I mean, that's certainly what the writers seem to want, Lord Harrimount.
Yes.
We're under attack!
Yes. Dabu. For honor. For honor. Dabu. Let's get on with it. Yes. For honor. Yes. Dabu. For honor. Dabu. Yes. For honor. Fortune hammer.
We're under attack!
That's unfortunate. I guess we'll loop that in under the aggregate negatives. I already noticed that in the initial assault, but that's a damn pity. Back in Warcraft 3 Vanilla, the actual maps were different when it came to which difficulty selection you took. Here it looks like it's a generic scale on how much damage they do and how much damage they take. I was paying attention that whole mission to compare it to when we played it on easy earlier, and it's the same mission with the same units in the same spots with the same abilities, but they hit harder. The end. So... we have the same problem we had with Black Mesa. In case you don't get what I mean, like, on hard difficulty, the maps would literally have different units. Like, the map would be different. Instead of these 3 guys and these 4 guys, it would have these 8 guys and these 12 guys. And they would have different scripts running for what they should build and when they should do it. You know what I mean? Now, that basically meant they had to make each map twice. Well, more like 1.5 times, but still. They did it. With that, we're going to turn it down to story, because this game has lost my respect for actual difficulty. I've been playing on normal, but you know what, whatever. No, I was checking their stats. They didn't have any additional researches, unless I missed them, which is possible. Why what, Malachor? Yeah, I'm baking that into a... So... we've already kind of discussed this during Black Mesa. Lack of proper difficulty is an aggregate negative, not a full negative. Because it's better than having nothing at all. And that's the reasoning, to summarize it. Like, imagine the whole game was just on hard mode. Or easy mode, for that matter. Both of those would be bad things. So, time to meet the Night Elves and play as Grom for a bit.
Damn Thrall for sending us away. He chooses to use his greatest warriors for manual labor? He'll be lost without me.
Chieftain, there's something strange about these woods. It's too quiet. Almost like we're being watched.
Are you all afraid of spirits now? There is nothing here but ancient trees and shadow.
You hear that? This place is haunted. I fear no living enemy, but my axe cannot cleave fleshless spirits.
Still your tongue and get to work. The war chief's new settlement will require a great deal of lumber. This section of forest must be cleared.
So, for real, this is actually one of my favorite missions in the Orc campaign. The goal is harvest lumber. Now, there's a few ways you can do this. You can literally just squat here and slowly harvest out the lumber. It'll take a bit. But there's also ways, basically the game, you also have to spend lumber to progress. This is actually something Brood War did too, by the way, the 10,000 minerals mission. So one of the things you can do is to go and kill enemy bases, which actually basically gives you lumber from them. And of course, pillage helps, so... And yeah, we also get the Goblin Shredders. Basically, this is just a fun mission. I like these kind of missions.
Finally.
It's not quite to the same level as the mineral missions. Mission over in Brood War, because you use minerals for everything. But it's still cool, and I'm still down. It's also interesting because orcs are the worst lumber gatherers by far. No, Redderbrock. No matter what,
I can wait no longer.
The Night Elves are still going to basically go to war with us. So, yay. How do I want to do this? I've got those three.
Research complete.
There's two of those, and then three of those.
Research complete.
Let's do that. That. By the way, resource cost also the same. Just another thing they could have done to change up difficulty, but nope. Let's go ahead and do this.
Work.
Whatever you...
By the way, if you're paying attention, we have no gold mine here, too, initially.
Chieftain, we're under attack!
You were right, sisters. These green-skinned brutes have no respect for life. Slay them in Elun's name.
The Night Elves look pretty good. I wonder if they're one of the first models they touched on.
They're women.
Yes, they almost look like elves. But they're far too tall and far too savage.
So that's something that WoW has basically de-emphasized to the point of silliness.
Work complete.
Those dancing lights are strange. Perhaps they are the dread spirits that you've all been so afraid of.
Oh, right.
I can do that.
Sorry, as I was about to say. One of the things WoW basically completely de-emphasized was the Amazonian nature of the Night Elves. They could have, because in Warcraft 3, the whole point is the Night Elves are ancient, but rather than being, you know, high, aristocratic, venerated, blah, 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 they are basically Amazons. You know, they are savages, they are barbarians. And that's the point. And that's, I kind of liked that, personally. I kind of liked that idea, and I liked it to contrast the Night Elves from the High Elves. But whatever.
Work.
We'll do you. Come here. Do that.
I can do that.
Finally.
I actually screwed up, so I gotta kind of make do for a minute here.
I'll consider it.
Yeah, they're literally a fallen empire. That's true, in Stellaris terms.
Finally. Whatever you say.
Now, the Amazonian thing is kind of a secondary thing, because there are Night Elf males, they're just mostly not around. They're busy doing other things. Well, that's an interesting question, Pogody. If we preface that with the statement that Warcraft 4 will be good, then yeah, of course. Do you trust it to be good?
I'll consider it. Finally.
Yeah, by the way, one of the lore points that frankly does not make any sense is the idea that 100% of the male population are druids who are in the dream, and have been for the last 10 millennia. Which is, let's put this as bluntly as possible, stupid. Now, a decent chunk of the males being stuck in the dream because of the druids. Okay. But, whoop, hello.
Whatever you say.
Chieftain, the warrior women have returned on flying beasts.
They won't last long after our wolf riders have ensnared them.
Yeah, some good, some not, right, Boogity?
I'll consider it.
Anyways. So yeah, it makes more sense to me that, you know, all the druids are sleeping and the druids do not make up 100% of the population. This is further made to the point that the night elf... that women can be druids. Let's just ignore that little point there. It's okay, guys. I'm sure Tyrande will tell us all about how much she loves her love. Lovey McLoveface. I forget his name. What's his stupid name? Ferranian or something like that? Oh, no. Illidan. That's his name. She's super in love with Illidan.
Something you doing? We need more gold.
What? No, I don't. Oh, I do, actually. I need 5 gold. Hey, can anyone loan me a $5? There we go. Come on. There we go.
Work.
It's actually really simple. Now, I'm going to start off with fact, and then I'm going to get into opinion. Okay, that's my usual approach here. So, fact, Illidan was rather smitten, to a ridiculous degree, if I might be so bold, with Tyrande. Malfurion became rather smitten with her, too. She chose Malfurion. Illidan never got over that, and I do mean never, up until his effective death. Now, let's get into opinion for a second here, because I have said for many, many years that I've always believed that Tyrande basically settled for Malfurion. That she actually wanted and preferred to pick Illidan, but because of the whole him being part of the High Court, you know, fell magic, Illidan not being a good person thing, she decided to instead go with Malfurion. Now, I like Illidan as a character. In fact, he is among my favorite characters in the entire franchise. But the guy needs to get over her. Holy crap. Yeah, she also always had a thing for Illidan, despite the choice she made. It's actually going to come up in a future Night Elf mission in this very game we're playing. Illidan was not the only one, but yes. Loner.
Whatever you say.
Clearly, Illidan needs to hook up with Maiev. I mean, duh, right?
How can I help?
I mean, I'm joking when I say that, but I've heard people say that.
I'll consider it. Finally.
Yeah, Malfurion... Okay, real talk for a second. Malfurion's not a bad person. In fact, Malfurion's actually a pretty good person. He's got a decent head on his shoulder. Hear me out. He's got a decent head on his shoulders. He's generally chill, and he's more than willing to work towards the better end and lay aside grievances. With one huge exception. Because Malfurion has a gargantuan blind spot when it comes to Illidan. And it's really funny to watch because Malfurion is like, yeah, no, we're cool. Oh, Illidan, and he just immediately turns into someone who's just spouting in rage. Like, he just can't deal with it. Now, part of that is because Malfurion never actually got out of Illidan's shadow. But also the other reason is because it's his frickin' brother. I do like that. As strange as that probably sounds, I do like that. He's a brother. He's a realistic character. I'm with it. There are multiple times in this game and in the future where he basically, you know, is like, oh, yes, everything's going fine. Wait, no, I'm going to make everything worse for everyone. because of Illidan, because he saw Illidan and just couldn't deal and was like, nope, and just noped the hell out of that. Do I like Illidan or Grom more?
I can wait no longer.
That's an interesting question.
I'll consider it.
Illidan, like by a mile, by 17 miles. Illidan does have pretty big biceps. Not as big as mine, but you know. Okay, I've actually changed my mind. Let's redo that. Where is my... There they are. So, do I want to... Malfurion's biceps are okay, I guess.
Research complete.
I mean, they're not bad. I've seen better.
Finally.
On Illidan. Yes, BFA is finally ending, guys. We can stop talking about it.
I'll consider it.
Why do I think Maiev is a villain? Okay, so... the theory I had has since been torpedoed by WoW. But Maiev is someone who is very endemic of her race. She is obsessive, fixative to the point of, frankly, insanity. First, she fixates on how much she has to kill Illidan. Then she fixates on getting vengeance for those who stopped her. Then she fixates on how much she has to fix the Night Elves because she's the only one who can lead them to the true glory that they need to be on.
Research complete.
Now, all that happened in a book, but, you know, she does try to kill Malfurion and take over the Night Elf kingdom. So, I don't know about you, Console Hut, but that sounds like a villain to me.
Yes.
I mean, maybe I'm a weirdo. I don't know. That is in the books, and that book is canon because it's actually referenced in Legion. When we rescue Maiev, she specifically references that event. And the reason we put up with her after we rescue her is because the Legion's invading, and so we're kind of putting aside old grievances because the Legion's invading. But yeah, no, she did some bad stuff. I want one more, and then those. WoW contradicts some of the books, but not all of them. They kind of like to cherry pick a little bit.
Research complete.
So.
Finally.
But even if we are to presume the books aren't canon, which we're not, but if we are to presume that, she still did that because it's directly referenced in Legion. So, no, she really did do that, and she really was villainous. I'm waiting for a little bit Black Cloud, which I probably shouldn't do, but... I keep... what I'm waiting for is their next attack. Like, I'm waiting for their next attack so I can move on, but they're not doing it. It's starting to irritate me. Fine, whatever. I'll go over here. Give me the quest.
Whatever you say.
Ah, greetings, good orc. Strange to see one of you in these parts.
We are here to cut lumber, little goblin.
Well, there's this tribe of bearmen called Furbolgs in this region that's been giving us trouble. If you kill the chieftain, we'll sell our goods to you at cost. We might even let you borrow a few shredders.
I'll consider it.
Furbolgs look good. I like them.
Finally.
Yeah, let's go murder some Furbolgs for no good reason.
I'll consider it.
Honestly, they probably have been, Loner. Best war chief? Me! No, it's Thrall.
Avenge us for Suami.
Although it's worth noting that's not really a... I mean, there's no good answer there, right? All the war chiefs are screwed up in some way or another. So, pick your poison. Please attack me so I can counterattack and get on with this. Oh my god. So yeah, the Furbolg's overall fate is not a good one. They have a bad fate. But it's okay, because we're playing as Grom, so we're going to be evil now. Evil mode engaged. We are now evil.
Whatever you say.
Must kill Poogity. I mean, all people.
Finally.
They don't get Ronzo'd. It's actually worse than that.
Whatever you say.
Chieftain, that great tree pulses with magic. We should keep our distance.
Ah, am I surrounded only by cowards? It's a tree, like any other. Cut it down!
Illidan. I like Illidan substantially better than Sylvanas. I can't even...
See? The great tree provided us with an abundance of lumber. If we find any more, then we'll hack them apart as well.
I'm not sure I can actually say I like Sylvanas as a character anymore. We'll have to see. Because...
Whatever you say.
Because she's been so spoiled for me, I have trouble actually thinking of her as the way she used to be. Well, there's that attack I've been waiting for. I think I still like Illidan better than Cairn as a character. I like Cairn as better personally, like I'd get along with Cairn. But Illidan's a more interesting character.
Finally. I'll consider it. I can wait no longer.
Whatever you say.
Dreadlords eat the same thing all demons do. Magic.
Whatever you say.
The more corrupt the magic, the better. Illidan or Miss Proudmoore? That's a tough one. I think I'll give that to Proudmoore based solely on the fact that she has more screen time. And therefore is technically a better character by virtue of it. No, I like Illidan so much because he's an interesting multidimensional character. If I have to explain that, then you have not seen my Legion lore run, where I spent an entire section talking about Illidan. Legion did a great service to Illidan as a character, which he desperately needed, given, you know, the way that had gone after BC.
I'll consider it.
Miss Proudmoore's been pretty cool universally, like I said. It's one of the reasons why she's so high for me.
Whatever you say.
Well, then I cannot help you, Valkorian. Sorry. Let's just say that they do a lot of good stuff with him as a character. I can't summarize it, that's the point. It's literally the point. I can't summarize his character.
Whatever you say.
And that's why I like Illidan so much. Any questions?
Finally. I'll consider it. Finally.
Well, first Sargeras beats Goku, because Goku lets him. And then Sargeras beats Goku, because Goku lets him. And then this happens 17 times, and then Goku beats Sargeras. The end. What are we doing over here?
War Chief. Finally.
Whatever you say.
I like Anduin as a character, but I'd probably put Illidan over him.
I can wait no longer.
Yes, Chieftain.
I'll consider it.
Whatever you say.
We're under attack!
What, they have a form just like any other form, Valkorian. What's the issue? Yes, all of those things, all at the same time, Malachor.
I can wait no longer.
Moonwelts are awesome, by the way. In lore and in gameplay.
I can wait no longer. Of course you follow me. They all do.
Thank you very, very much, Churchy. Very much obliged for the support. Thank you. And I will split that up amongst... You gotta give me a moment here. 172. Let's see. Assassin's Creed Unity. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Dragon Age Origins. And KOTOR 2. Thank you again, sir.
War Chief.
Alright.
I'll consider it.
We are rather hurt and have no means of recovering. Whether that means it's time to charge. Oh, that's the Furbogs, isn't it? We don't want to kill the Furbogs. We're good people.
I'll consider it.
The Legion. Easy answer, Sakage. Okay, so did I already... Yes, I did. Well, don't you guys crack planets every other day? Like, that's just a Tuesday for me.
War Chief.
Alright.
Finally.
Looks like we need 2 more to really do this. Because we're not going to kill the Furbogs. They have... I feel so bad for the Furbogs. I can't kill them in good conscience. Not until we're either evil or they've already become evil. Oh yeah, I never finished telling you about how the Furbogs got not only killed, but also then corrupted and turned into... basically, think rabies. Like, that's effectively what happens to the Furbogs as a people. Some of the Furbogs survive that fate, but it's only a couple of tribes. I think literally 2 tribes.
I'll consider it.
That's, yeah, fell rabies. Yeah.
War Chief. I can wait no longer. I'll consider it.
What do I think of that Blade Storm animation? I'd say yes and no, Boogity. They did a decent job with what they had, so, you know, I'm with it.
Yes. Be happy to. I can wait no longer. Finally. We're under attack.
Well, that's that.
War Chief.
We're committed at this point. We can't, though. We don't have enough. Damn. All right.
Our town is under attack. Nearly hit our quota. Our lumber stores are almost full. War Chief.
I'll consider it. I can wait no longer.
Damn, that means we're going over here.
I'll consider it.
Okay. Let's do this then.
We're under attack!
Oh! Wow! I actually didn't expect that. I figured they were just ignoring me.
Chief.
I guess wrong.
We're under attack!
War Chief. What whatever you say. I can wait no longer.
We're under attack!
War Chief. I'll consider it.
Oh, crap. Here it is. There's the force. Oh, wow. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad.
Finally. I'll consider it.
We're under attack!
War Chief.
Work.
War Chief.
That does sound pretty terrible, Malachor, but what the hell would I know?
Whatever you say.
The Night Elves are actually pretty damned weak overall at this point. They've got a lot of military units with a lot of connections across a large forest. However, they haven't seen active combat in literally millennia, not since the Satyr War. And they're not really... They're not mobilized, I think is the way I want to phrase that. They're not ready to go. They will be, but they're not there right now. Also, quite a few of their main weapons, which is the frickin' druids, are currently sleeping.
Something need doing? Okie dokie.
Gotta make watchtowers worth a damn.
Okie dokie.
Mass it up a bit.
War Chief.
Actually, I've often thought that would be a cool idea in lore, but they never really acknowledge that form of making lumber in lore. It's possible it's not even an in-lore thing. Yeah, the Night Elves have had to deal with spiders and the occasional rogue Firbolg. That's kind of it. You know, it's for aesthetic purposes. It makes it go faster. Yeah, 3,000 lumber would take a while, Dream Whisperer. I'm just going to chill for a minute.
Finally.
Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go kill the Firbolgs. We're not doing it.
Wait no longer.
Not evil.
I'll consider it.
I mean, I know we're playing Grom, but we're still not evil. Damn it. Yeah.
War Chief. Whatever you say. I can wait no longer. I can wait no longer. War Chief. I'll consider it.
Work complete.
Finally.
Here they come.
I'll consider it. Whatever you say, I can wait no longer. War Chief, I can wait no longer. War Chief, I can wait no longer.
Yeah, so someone mentioned earlier the Night Elves are not exactly innocent in all this, and they're right. The Night Elves were like, invading demons die! And that was pretty much their approach. There was no attempt at diplomacy or investigation or reaching out or anything. They just decided to attack the orcs on sight because the orcs were chopping lumber. Do remember that the orcs hadn't actually done anything. Even Grom hadn't done anything to really provoke them other than chopping lumber. Now, yes, the Night Elves like the trees, and yes, it's their trees. But you can kind of see how this could have been pretty easily moved around if the Night Elves had decided to be like, hey...
Chieftain, the harvesting is complete.
Good. Then we'll start constructing the settlement immediately.
But instead what the Night Elves do is attack on sight. And that is the Night Elf approach, or slightly more accurately, that is Tyranda's overall approach in a nutshell. She is a very militant person. Remember, this is basically the Sentinels, aka the military arm of the Night Elves. Now, I have to admit, I don't think Grom would have been diplomatic either. But we know that. They didn't. Sorry, one moment.
After 10,000 years, I still recognize this cursed place. This is the veil of our ancient enemy, the Night Elves' demigod, Cenarius.
Yes. Lord Archimon demands that Cenarius be destroyed before we launch the invasion of Kalimdor.
I would relish the chance to face him again in combat. But he is crafty and rarely appears in the open.
Fateful as it sounds, your pet orcs have recently despoiled these forest lands and incurred his wrath. Lord Archimond and I believe that the orcs are capable of killing Cenarius for us.
They would have little chance against Cenarius. If memory serves, his powers were quite formidable.
Yes, but so are yours. The blood pact that you made with the orcs long ago still binds them to you. You need only recharge their energies.
Just what are you suggesting, Dreadlord?
Spill your burning blood into this pool. Its corruption will lure the orcs to it. And once they've tasted your blood again, they will be unstoppable.
Counting Legion, 4, Shadow Machine. And no, the Night Elves don't even know what the orcs are at this point in time. Ignoring the Broxigar thing, obviously. Although, the less we think of Broxigar, the better. It's a dumb book, anyways. Sorry, audio balance issue, so I turned the music off again. Meanwhile... So, this mission's fun when you play it not knowing what's about to happen.
Who dares defile this ancient land? Who dares the wrath of Cenarius and the Night Elves?
Speaking of total lack of diplomacy...
Battle be joined.
The forest is coming alive! We're under attack!
What, you mean like thrall me, Hook?
Finally. I'll consider it.
Okay, so the more I can salvage from here, the better.
What do you want? I can do that.
Because he's going to wreck our forward bases here.
We're under attack! You cannot defeat me. I am the heart of the land.
Work, work.
We had more last time.
Okie dokie. Whatever you say.
Our town is under
I'll
attack!
consider it.
Hey, he's only died once at this point.
Their numbers are too great. We must fall back to the other side of the river. Our town is under attack.
Something need
You
doing.
don't remember Cenarius? Okay, so Cenarius is the Loa of nature, basically. That's not true. He's the Loa of druids? I don't know. He's a druid. He's basically the druid.
Something need doing?
He's a big, ancient, spirit, elf, centaur thing.
Demon-spawned wretches, you will all die.
As you can see, he's very diplomatic.
Whatever you say. Finally.
But yeah, he is literally the one who taught druidism to the night elves and the
I'll
Taurus.
consider it.
Under attack.
Finally.
Where do I not?
What do you want? Okie dokie.
Notice we start out with 15,000 lumber, by the way. Nice little tidbit there. So they basically give you all this time to fortify, because they're a-coming.
I defeated your kind in ages past, and I shall do so again.
So in case you're missing that, he's basically assuming the orcs are actually demons. I mean, even Garithos didn't go that far, am I right? Oh, there it is. So, 100% increased hit points and 3 bonus attack damage. As a passive. That's what the grunts get. Someone was asking what a grunt gets versus a footman. That's true, demons are bad. Need to kill all demons. All demons must die.
Town is under attack.
What's that? They're running from us, fleeing, and they're desperately trying to survive as they're just cutting some lumber down? Doesn't matter. All demons must be massacred without hesitation or question.
I'll consider it.
Well, not necessarily, Lord Haramont.
You cannot defeat me.
I mean, someone has to be the
I am
first.
heart of the land.
How do you be a Loa of cats if you are not a
Our
cat,
town is under
Work
attack.
complete.
to put it into such terms? Yeah, the Night Elves should recognize the Trolls, definitely. It is debatable if some of them should recognize the Orcs. I'd rather just pretend that doesn't exist, but... you know, whatever.
Research complete.
What have... Oh, there it is. Loa are not evil or good. They are people like anybody else.
Our town is under attack.
Are humans evil? As much as I make fun here, it is worth noting that Grom is doing nothing to make the situation better.
Work complete.
But that's kind of my point, and this is going to be a very recurring trend.
Complete.
Research complete.
The... oh, there we go. One of the best spells in Warcraft 3. Can we have that spell? In lore? There's a lot of use for that. No, Malachor, with regards to your question.
Now, my warriors, cleanse these brutes from the wilds. I will watch over you from the forest.
I like how chimeras look. You can only see one in the distance there, but it looks really cool. There we go.
We're under attack!
Oh, I know. So, one of the things I like about this situation is the fact that basically both sides are to blame here. And I do enjoy that. You know, the Night Elves basically provoked this overall situation, and the Orcs made it worse. Both sides are to blame, both sides screwed up. I'm with it. There's the Chimera. Those do look cool. I like that. Look at them.
Hell scream! I sense a dark power emanating from the wilderness. It might be a key to destroying Cenarius.
Because that's what we want to do, right? We want to kill Cenarius.
Work. Be happy to.
We have so much lumber, I'm going to go and tower up.
Something need doing?
Because I can.
Work. Be happy to.
Yeah, thanks, Witch Doctor. You just caused a lot of issues. I don't even know if you're aware of how many issues you just caused, Witch Doctor. Stupid. So, we need a lot of orcs for what's coming up. So, rather than diversifying our forces, we're going to basically just have orcs. So, this should be fun.
Work complete.
I am going to need that if I'm going to make them worth a damn. So I have 0 right now.
I hear the summons.
You two stay back. You just kind of chill here.
Right away.
Finally.
You know what? I'm gonna leave this stupid Kodo beast behind too. I don't want to hear that frickin' drum beat as I'm moving.
Work complete.
So that leaves me with 8. Let's split it evenly.
Work complete. Work complete.
Staring right at it. There it is. I mean, yeah, trolls are like, yeah, okay. Hey, it's a dark power. Yep. I had some dark power with my breakfast this morning. I mean, Vandalia, I don't think killing Cenarius is the problem here. I think the Night Elves were antagonistic, and I think the Orcs were antagonistic. And so the two just kind of antagonized off of each other. I think that's what happened here. I don't think killing Cenarius or not doing it would really have changed anything, you know? I hear the summons of the shredded wheat. Sorry. Bum, 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 bum. You know what? I'm so tired of hearing him. I'm going to send him off to die. Go die. Free up some food.
Research complete. What do you want? Work. My life for the Horde. I can do that. Okie dokie.
Let's go watch him die. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. There it is. Death time. Horrible death. Oh, they're totally useful. I'm just tired of hearing them.
Work complete.
Much better.
I can wait no longer.
Work complete.
I will gladly take a detriment if it means I don't have to hear ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. Oh, hello. That's one of the flanks I haven't covered yet. Of course it is. It's the only flank I haven't covered yet.
Finally. Research complete.
Listen, Lord Harriman, I need you to attack the enemy base by yourself. Don't worry. Your sacrifice will not be in vain.
Ready to ride. Work complete.
What, you big craven?
Listen, if he had just stopped banging that stupid drum, I wouldn't have had him butchered.
Finally.
Very simple. Ba-bum, 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 ba-bum. What's funny is we don't really need to gather lumber. We're good.
Something need doing?
We got 13 grand in the bank. I think we're fine.
Research complete. Work. Work complete. We're under attack. Okie dokie. Be happy too. Work.
Hello.
I'll consider it.
Damn it, Valkorian. Valkorian, I got a job for you. Could you do me a favor and go walk into the enemy base really quick? I need you to spy on the enemy forces. That's what it is. See, now we're killing the Furbolgs because...
I'll consider it.
Shut up, okay? I don't want to kill them. They attacked me, alright?
Our town is under attack.
Damn it, really? Just... Yeah, beat those drums as loud as you possibly can. Very important.
Research complete. Work complete. Work complete.
They're dead.
Whatever you say. I'll consider it.
You will go down in history, Valkorian.
Finally.
Hey, satyrs! I think it's the first time we've seen these guys. Ooh. It's a female satyr. I've never seen a female satyr.
Whatever you say.
I mean, logically there should be some, because they're just, you know, night elves. Former night elves.
Finally.
Huh, cool.
Whatever you
Research
say.
complete. Work complete. Work complete.
More satyrs.
I'll consider it.
I mean, we haven't seen ogre females yet, and that's just a
Whatever you say.
flaw of design, if we're being honest with ourselves. So
Finally.
that's a whatever. Making new models is hard, okay?
Whatever you say. I'll consider it.
That gun's mine.
Whatever you say.
They wouldn't, Valkorian.
Finally.
They have no reason to. They hate each other.
Whatever you say.
Work complete.
I'll consider it.
Work complete.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, no, the satyrs were clearly put here by one of the demonic powers or another. Or, it's entirely possible
Our town is under attack.
that they were actually lured here by the same thing that lured us here. You know, they sensed the demonic blood and were like, dude, there's demonic blood up there, let's go. In fact, it could be argued the satyrs were pulled out of hiding because of this, because they've been in hiding for a long time.
Say.
Oh, peons are definitely better.
What do you want?
See? Case made. We'll just go back to
Yes.
mining your stuff. We'll just recover for a second, because we do have a fight coming up. And then we'll turn into Death Dooms. For a bit of comparison, so let's see. We've got 800 health, 22 to 28 damage, and 3 armor. We also do normal damage.
I'll consider it.
Finally.
Whatever you say.
Foul orcs! The Burning Masters charged us with protecting this well. You are unworthy of drinking from these dark waters.
So there you go.
I don't know what you are or who you serve, but no one bars my way.
The worst case of that? Oh, jeez. I don't know. I'd have to think about that.
Whatever you say.
But first, let's drink demon blood. Because we're morons.
The pool emanates great power, but I smell this stench of a demon curse about it.
I am cursed already. If I must drink from these waters to defeat Cenarius, then I will.
No, that goes against everything the war chief teaches us. We can't let rage overcome us again.
No, warrior. We must embrace it as never before. We must become the vessels of destruction that we were meant to be. Yes! I feel the power once again. Come, my warriors. Drink from the dark waters, and you will be reborn.
Damn it, Grom. So, Fell Orc Grunt, 27 to 35 damage, 880 health, and now they do chaos damage.
Need something?
I already answered you, Eliza. Peons.
I'll consider it.
So they actually give us this just to get back quicker.
Finally.
Whatever you say.
So yeah, we actually have warlocks instead of shamans now, who can do Firebolt, Unholy Frenzy, and Cripple. Yeah. And yeah, the trolls look at this and they're like,
Chieftain, these creatures press us hard, and the demigod still lurks in the forest. How can we possibly defeat him?
Weak-minded coward! Nothing is invincible! If we are to live, then this Cenarius must die.
So our entire force has basically just become a siege weapon. Like, all of us do full damage to buildings now. And everything. No, JRR teleport.
We're under attack! Let none survive!
Basically, Lord Harrowmont, and I know this sounds stupid, but he doesn't want to be, you know, an evil conquering force. He doesn't want to be an enslaver, he doesn't want to purge the world, and blah, 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 blah. Think of it this way. Where's the music? Yeah, music bugged out again. There we go. Think of it this way. He is a warrior who loves fighting, but he doesn't want to use that for evil. And you can pretty much see the problem, because he is constantly being torn between his two desires. His desire to kill everything in the face. Yeah, I know, here, look. Hey, I can turn it off and on and off and on. His desire to kill everything in its stupid face, and his desire to not do that. He literally has a bloodlust problem. He also desperately doesn't want to be cursed by the very thing he just accepted. I heard one person compare Grom to basically being a drug addict. Because the idea is, a drug addict doesn't really, an actual true addict doesn't want to do drugs. They need to do drugs. And so they hate themselves for it, but they keep doing it because, you know, drugs. His kid's problem? Well, Garrosh has a slightly different problem. Garrosh... Look at the Felpions. Garrosh's problem is that he had no core. And as a consequence of his lack of core, he didn't have anything to consider or decide or basically make for himself. So he kind of just went along with everything that everyone else told him. First, everyone told him that his father and his bloodline were horribly cursed, and it was all his fault, so he sank into a stupor and did nothing for years. Then he was told his father was a great hero, so he went to the exact opposite of that. He was told the great traditions of the orcs are amazing and wonderful, so he took it that the traditions of the orcs were amazing and wonderful, and so forth and so on. At every step in the line, Garrosh doesn't decide anything for himself. He simply accepts what people tell him, and then embraces it to almost a silly degree. Like I said, he has no core. So he just kind of goes with it. No, I have not watched One Piece or Naruto of any significance. I mean, I've seen both shows, but I've never watched them. I'm not into anime. Despite many people's attempts to get me in. They've always failed. Let's go ahead and get this out. I used to like chess. I haven't really been good at it or practiced it in many years, so I can't really speak to now. I agree, Shadow Machine. This is the problem. Thrall, I call Thrall a good war chief, but it's worth noting that he's still a bad war chief. He's just better than some of the other war chiefs we've had. I have played The Last of Us. I am not looking forward to Last of Us 2. I did not like The Last of Us 1. Because Thrall constantly makes bad decisions, and they come back to haunt him. This is something that he's actually acknowledged in universe. You know, it always feels like everything you do is wrong, is, I believe, a direct quote of his. And yeah, he makes many mistakes. It's not my thing, Eliza. Too depressing, too dark, too doomy. Not the thing. I will. Don't worry, Dream Whisperer. No, the chess event I smashed in the face. In fact, nowadays, and I'm not actually joking, people will ask me to help them do chess event because I'm pretty good at it. Part of the problem here is that Thrall really doesn't have a good solution with Grom, because there is no good solution with Grom. You know what the solution is with Grom? Grom should die. And on some level or another, I like to think that Thrall knows that and just hasn't really come to grips with it at all. So he keeps trying to make something happen, make something work. But, yeah. Where's my dudes? Are there? Funnily enough, the solution that ends up fixing everything is that Grom dies. Go figure. But again, remember, Thrall is like 20 at this point in time. He's a youngin'. In fact, funny fact, Garrosh is actually older than Thrall. In case you're missing that, Grom's son is older than Thrall.
Whatever you say. Finally. I'll consider
This should provoke him.
Whatever you say.
Yep, here it comes.
Well, you creatures are as reckless and bloodthirsty as they ever were.
The orcs are free, demigod!
Is that what you tell yourself? Despite what you may believe, you are no better than the malignant bile that flows through your veins.
They are not brothers, no. In fact, they're not related at all.
Demon-spawned wretches, you will all die!
Weak-minded coward! Whatever you say. Yes, Lord Jesus. The demigod has fallen. The war song is supreme.
Hello again, Gramash.
Manaroth. It can't be.
I've come to bring you and your brethren back into the fold. Though you orcs failed the Burning Legion before, you will now serve us once again.
No. We are free.
Stupid, pitiful creature. I am the rage in your heart. I am the fury of your thoughts. I alone empowered you to bring chaos to this world, and by the endless void you shall.
This is probably a good time to mention that Manaroth is actually pretty damned high tier overall. He's not highest, but he's up there. Meanwhile, elsewhere. Yeah, he is the strongest pit lord we've ever encountered. To date, even. We've fought some strong guys, but he's top tier. I think the next highest we've personally fought is Mike Theroden. I could be wrong about that. Who will be fighting in Frozen Throne as well. I wonder if they changed that one, since, you know, he lived.
War Chief, we scouted the peak as you ordered. The humans have entrenched their fortifications all the way up to the summit.
What are they up to? If they're looking to pick a fight, they've had ample opportunities before this.
Ishnialo Bora, young war chief.
Cairn, what are you doing here?
Being awesome.
Our debt to you orcs can only be repaid with blood. We've come to help you reach the Oracle. However, those metal-clad pinkskins look like trouble.
Those pinkskins are called humans. They are our enemies from across the sea. They seem intent on keeping us from the peak.
The Oracle's wisdom belongs to all. Perhaps the wyverns that live nearby can be of use to us. They have no love for hostile intruders.
Look, I'm just saying Cairn is amazing, and I will brook no argument on that. So he's also one of the best overall units in my opinion. He has Shockwave, which does a ton of damage in a line, Stomp, which does an AoE stun. He has Endurance Aura, which increases movement speed and attack rate, and every 2 minutes, he just gets to get back up if he's killed. He is also the origination of the reincarnation spell in Warcraft. If you ever wondered where that comes from, you can thank Cairn. In gameplay, not in lore. Cairn's awesome. Let's discuss.
For honor.
Or discuss, not disgust. Oh my god. Okay, so now that we're back to playing the good guys, okay.
We're under attack!
Yes.
Hey, look, it's a defiled fountain.
For honor.
This place has been defiled. I sense that the spirits have fled.
Well, I hope that has nothing to do with anything going on further north. No, it doesn't.
For honor.
Let's see. So we've got Karen, we've got one Witch Doctor, we don't actually need him. The Taurans, oh yeah, so Taurans are the heavy unit. 1,300 health. 1,300 health, 30 damage, 3 armor. And their attacks, when upgraded, will just have a chance to just do AoE. Non-friendly fire AoE. Taurans are probably the best heavies, in my opinion. These guys are mean. Ground heavies, obviously. The only ones that really compete with that are the stone giants. And those require a significantly more micro to really make worthwhile. Which is fine. But yeah, Taurans combined with Shamans, which is what I'm going to be doing, by the way. That's a fun combo. Let's go with... let's do 2. And then 1 Tauran. Which I don't even have a Tauran thing.
Something need doing?
Ah, that's why. Okay, what am I missing? I need this, I need this, yep. Let's go that, and then that. Yeah, Eliza. Don't ask me to name any.
Dabu. Storm, earth, and fire. Yes. Heed my call.
It's not really something that gets a lot of attention.
We need more lumber.
What?
I do like how the path that the thing flew through, you do actually have the vision of. So I'm going to try not to kill people. Other than the centaurs, we're totally going to kill the centaurs. So if Thrall had been the one in Ashavel, would his diplomacy overcome the Night Elves? I'd like to think yes, in all honesty. Like, I think he could actually have managed that. Remember, the Night Elves were also part of the problem. Oh, the Harpies. Yeah. Meh. I don't want to fight Harpies. Okay, let's do this.
Research complete.
So we've got those 2. We got 1 more coming, right? No? I just went 2.
Research complete.
Yes.
What would be Craven?
Need something.
But I think Thrall could at least have been like, we want to talk, damn it! Instead of, I'll kill you all and then drink demon blood. That's funny, Akira.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, call me a weirdo, but I'm pretty sure Thrall wouldn't have drunk the demon blood. Just a thought. In fairness, though, the deck was stacked against him, as you guys were already talking about in chat. It's not like Thrall knew the situation walking into it. So he didn't exactly know what he was going up against. Let's do...
What do you want?
Let's just set it up right here.
Can't build there.
Or not. Let's set it up right here instead. Wonder how many people are streaming Reforged and how many people are just streaming Warcraft 3. No, the wyverns.
The harpies have enslaved the wyverns.
Whatever.
Be warned, old fool. Stone Talon Peak is ours. Neither these brutes nor the humans will leave this place alive. Attack my sisters!
That's also true, Crazy Norse. Thrall might have just pieced out rather than escalating the situation.
Research complete.
What is there to stream in WoW right now? I mean, I know there's the race to kill N'Zoth mythic going on. That's all I'm aware of. Oh, let's go and grab that while we're at it.
Upgrade complete.
I think I will.
I can do that.
Yeah, there's a reason that's a story negative, Dream Whisperer. Do I hate Family Guy? No, why would I hate Family Guy? It's a show.
Research complete.
You know what I hate? Is everything toxicity. No, I don't think I actually hate anything. There are things I dislike.
Work complete.
But no, I don't find Family Guy funny. I haven't since the year it came out. Which has admittedly been a while. What was I doing? Ah, right.
Research complete.
Listen, if I had donuts in front of me right now, which I don't, all I have is carrots, then I would be in a lot better mood. But unfortunately, there's no donuts here, which means I'm just going to have to destroy the entire world. Yeah, I read all the Harry Potter books, technically before they came out, since I read the early release of it, Book 7. Yes, I was one of those people, I'll admit it.
Research complete. Work complete. Research complete.
What? Vengeance for Zul'jin.
Yeah, let's go and do this. Why not?
Who you want me kill?
That's already going, and that's already up.
We need
Yeah, we need more lumber. I know. God.
We need more lumber.
Oh, why do I need so much lumber?
Research complete.
Lumber and spikes. Listen, it's not hoard enough if it doesn't have spikes.
For Zul'jin.
Oh, there they come.
What you want me
Good
to
timing. Yes, they do. Junior told them. Or JR told them. Sorry. Alright, let's go free the Wyverns, shall we?
For honor. Your time has
come. Next mission. Oh god, I won't do that. Next mission. I'm gonna do Shamans and Taurens, and then I'll show you the power of that combo.
Yes.
It'll take me a while to get there, because the next mission's a dungeon mission. So yeah, we have a bloodlusted force. The end. You win.
Lokrigar Nogal.
How are we doing back here?
We're under attack. We need more
Spirits are restless.
What?
Let's get on with it. I am a warrior. The spirits are restless. Dabu. I am the warchief.
Are you threatening me?
Yes. No, you just chill.
Spirits are restless.
Much as I'd love to order him to go to his death, you know. I want to be at least a little bit of a good war chief.
None will
Just a little
survive.
bit of one.
We need more lumber.
Oh my god! With the lumber.
Let's get on with it.
I'm telling you, orcs have the worst lumber generation. It's terrible.
Yes. Quickly, my warriors! The wyverns must be freed!
Good night, Myron. Have a good one.
The spirits are restless.
In terms of the books or the movies? Because those are different questions.
Let's get on with it.
There. These proud beasts will now aid us in reaching the summit.
In books?
I am the war chief.
Come on, pick up the pendant.
Dabu.
There we go.
Lokrigar Nogal.
I'd have to say the 5th book, or the 3rd book, or the 7th. Some combination of those.
Are there enemies above?
So, Wyverns, air units. Not as bad as some of the air units. They've got decent damage, decent health,
Pay close attention, hopefully.
low armor. They have light armor. That's their biggest weakness. They can be torn to shreds by any archery force. So, they've got some issues. You actually mentioned that in the comments section, Vandalia, with regards to ethics. I saw that, which actually amused me. Of all the episodes to start on, that's an interesting one. Obviously, I started with, Encounter at Farpoint. But anyway, thank you very much, Vandalia. Appreciate the support, sir. And I'll put that towards donuts. Ace Attorney 2. Ironically, Kalimdor was kind of falling apart before we arrived, spoke of, and that's not actually a joke. Multiple of the races had been pursuing decades-long wars against each other because the Night Elves weren't doing anything. And so the Taurans were kind of on their own, and the Taurans were the only ones interested in trying to help anything. So all of the other, let's call them the savage races, were just trying to kill each other as much as they possibly could.
I am the war chief. I need orders.
What don't you like about Book 5, if you don't mind my asking? And I look down upon you. Well, because I'm taller than you. Maybe, I don't know. I might not be, I'm only 6 foot. I wish I was taller.
Let's get on with it. Speak, chieftain.
Yeah, we could get a shredder. Nah, we don't need it.
I am the war chief.
We don't need it.
Yes.
Yeah, 6'6" would be nice, but I wish I was taller than that, too. Even taller.
Work.
Just get that over with.
I can do that. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, 7 foot would be nice, I think. 7 dead. I'd be okay with that.
I am the war chief. Speak, chieftain.
Probably a Lazar, but if I have, I wouldn't know it.
Yes.
We're under attack.
I wouldn't mind being 10 feet tall. Well, yes, I would. I would mind being 10 feet tall, because at 10 feet, it'd officially start being an issue. Seven's good. 8 at the high end. But seven's what I'm actually aiming for. That's how tall I'll be once I, edit reality. Do that.
Lokrigar Nogal.
The storm is coming.
Oh, right. I forgot about that quest.
Gladly.
Funnily enough, most of my friends are taller than 6 feet, too. I'm actually one of the short ones amongst my particular group.
I am the war chief. Huh? Zug. Dabu. Work complete.
Well, I mean, Book 5 is arguably the darkest of the books. So I can see that.
Are there enemies above? I am the war chief.
They're also usually elected president, Jordan. Seriously, look up the height of most U.S. presidents.
Yes, chieftain.
I have physically met President Clinton, in person before, and I was surprised by how tall he was. It was just... Holy crap.
Let's get on with it.
So now the fun part. So there's a couple of ways to do this.
Work complete. Speak, chieftain.
What we need to do... Actually, let me double check something. Yeah, we actually need to take out this blue base. Now, it's actually not all that well defended. So we can do this a number of ways. We're going to do it the cheap way, because we're cheap. We're super cheap. We're not going to attack the other human base, though.
I am the war chief.
Because, you know, we're not evil. We're not here to kill. We want peace with the humies and the elvies and whatever other E's there are. No, peace! 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 No! Crap! Stop attacking me so I can have peace with you! So yeah, watch how they just shred those Griffin Riders. Just absolutely shred them. Just that, yeah, they're gone.
Say the word. Let's get on with it.
I laugh in the face of danger! What?
The spirits are restless. They are shush, amen.
Come on.
Precisely.
So we're just gonna do a Normandy beach invasion situation here. I prefer a mixture, Eliza, so I don't really have a preference.
To the winds.
Per se. Well, forgot about that.
Double.
So they have this big, obvious southern flank that's totally undefended. Except by a bunch of Griffin Riders who will shred your Zeppelins, but we have Wyverns. So, well, this is going to come across as mean, really.
Die! For the glory of the Lord.
1, 2, 3, 4. And dead.
Full speed ahead!
Double.
If you're not paying attention, this mission is basically designed to make the Wyverns more useful than usual. They're already decent units. Now when you add the poison thing, they become even better. I haven't played Pokemon Stadium since the first one on the N64, I think.
Lokrika, no gun.
Double. I need order. I am the war chief.
Hold, War Chief. That's the young sorceress Pillscream told me about. It appears that she seeks the Oracle as well. Be wary, young one. That cave is the perfect spot for an ambush. Don't worry, Cairn. I was raised by the humans. I know their tricks and stratagems. There's no way that I'll let them stop me from reaching the Oracle.
Well, I've never used an Xbox One, so I can't speak to that one, Eliza. The other ones, yes. So, penultimate Orc mission is, of course, a dungeon, where we finally go to meet the mysterious Oracle. The Oracle of Mysterious Mysteriousness. It's definitely not Medivh.
The path cuts off in different directions.
Either of those caverns could stretch for miles. Perhaps we should split up.
Very well. Be careful, young one. There's no telling what ancient creatures lie within the mountain's depths.
I will, Cairn. Good luck.
So first, Thrall.
Your time has come. Dabu.
Huh. So you can't use Farsight under here, and they give you a tome of retraining in case you've put any points into Farsight. I don't think that was in the original. Yeah, I wouldn't play Quidditch, you kidding me? First of all, I'm not a wizard. Second of all, I don't trust my senses that well.
Yes.
I know, right, Dream Whisperer? Which is funny, because in WoW, we use walkie-talkies of both magical and technological variety all the damn time. It's actually common.
For doom!
Yes, after this we have Night Elf, and then we have... I guess Orc? We'll do Orc first.
Inventory is full.
What? Okay, fine.
For honor.
So we'll do Orc.
Dabu.
And then we'll do, what is it? It's like Night Elf, Human... Undead, I think, is the order?
For honor.
I have not played For Honor.
Dabu. For honor.
I mean, he has, apparently. Don't shut up about it.
Yes. For honor.
I do love how the Revenants look. I wish Revenants were in WoW, because they're not.
Yes. For honor.
We're under attack!
Yes.
You know,
Dabu.
why are there so many undead in Medivh's hangout place? You ever wonder about that?
None will survive.
Yeah, but Karzan was when Medivh was being possessed by a freaking demon. He's not right now.
Yes. Dabu.
It's doubly weird because there's nothing really weird going on with Stone Talon Peak in general.
Yes.
There's no reason for Stone Talon Peak to be a center of undead activity.
For honor.
Sam.
I am Ajun, ancient princess of the Moon Children. None may pass until my heart is returned to me.
Okay.
The statue's magic has created an impassable barrier. I wonder what it means by its heart.
Walk up to the statue, kiss it.
Yes.
You have
Dabu.
stolen my heart, fair orc.
For honor.
Carbot's okay.
Yes.
I sometimes get a bit envious since Carbot started well after I did and is substantially more successful than I am. But Carbot's good.
Dabu. None will survive.
Good choice, man.
Let's get on with it. Inventory is full.
Fine.
For honor. I am the war chief. Yes. For honor.
I don't see why they couldn't play StarCraft in general, Eliza.
For Doomhammer!
At least StarCraft 1.
Yes. For honor. Yes.
Oh no, there's blood. Sorry. So I went there and I went there.
For honor.
Hang on.
Yes. For honor.
Oh, I agree, Kevin.
Dabu.
Like I said, it's kind of an old tradition at this point. No, no, I didn't miss it. Okay. Do you know you can attack items to remove them from the map? Just a little bit of trivia there.
For honor.
Yeah, I mean, my niece has played Castlevania. I think she'd be fine playing StarCraft if she wanted to. Well, Lord Harrimont, there's this guy named Blue Wolf Alex who gave me the idea. And then I decided to do a little more actual study on the matter to see how to make it be implemented, and here we are. I'm actually still doing trials, so I don't know how good it'll work long term, but, you know.
For honor. Yes.
That's right, Crazy Norse. I encourage people to play video games that teach them to think, strategize, and have long-term processing, all sorts of fun stuff like that. I am a monster.
For honor. Yes. Dabu.
God, this vision.
For honor.
Oh my god, what the hell is that?
Yes.
Whatever it is, it ain't natural. Burn it, boys. I don't know, does Reforged count as having gore? I mean, I guess it does. That's true. Video games definitely encourage social activity.
Yes.
I am a monster. What the heck does your cat want, Kay? This is why I don't have pets. I mean, I have a lot of sharks, but I don't think they count. Just gonna rest my eyes for a second. Man, I wish that had been my result, Bragwin. But grats.
Your time has come. For honor.
Orcs! Arm yourselves!
Kill them quickly! That's hilarious, Crazy Horse.
Yes.
My god, it's a kobold? I don't know what kobold's doing here, other than looking awesome.
None will survive.
I love that. Captive orcs. They're all trolls.
For honor. Dabu.
Well, you don't like constantly smashing through gates, Vigilant? What the hell, man?
For honor.
That's strange. I don't recall seeing any sheep in this land.
He's fairly bright for an orc.
It's a trap. Defend yourselves.
That's actually pretty clever. Deliberately sheeping your own people so that they can lie in wait to attack. That's actually pretty cute. I'm amazed they never actually did anything more with that. No, Eliza. There are various afterlives, kind of, not really. Simplest way I can explain that one.
Those harpies have nearly killed that wretched creature. It looks as if they're after its treasure. Kill them all, and we'll take what's left for ourselves.
The Peacemaker, ladies and gentlemen. Wait, you never flown before, Kemek? God, I've been flying since I was 3. That's not a joke. The most recent time I flew was last year. Oh, don't worry. Flying's fun.
Right away.
The great beast was protecting a magical amulet. I'd better hold on to this.
Sometimes I hate the 6 inventory slot. I've been flying since I was in the past! Wait.
For honor. Here is your heart, Ajun. Now, grant us passage to the Oracle. Apparently, this is some kind of spectral bridge. But the enchanted gemstone that powers it is missing. With any luck, Cairn will find it for us.
Meanwhile, elsewhere, it's Torrent time!
Precisely.
Let's get the hell out of here!
No, wait, guys.
No, not that way.
Gladly.
Humans.
Precisely.
Try to save their stupid lives.
With skulking in these caves.
And I have to kill them all.
Precisely. Neolo Pora. Neashush Amen. Gladly. Ishnu Pora. Precisely.
God, 5-hour flight? That's horrible. I would be in tremendous pain after a 5-hour flight. Mostly because, you know, planes are incredibly uncomfortable nowadays. Like, it's never exactly been luxurious, but I had issues the last flight I did.
Gladly.
Interesting, Kay. We're still catching up in STO, so we're not anywhere there yet.
The spiked pit is filled with quillbars.
It looks as if they're protecting some kind of gemstone.
Look, I'll invent the teleporter later, okay? God, I've been working on it. So impatient.
Amen. Gladly, this must activate the trap mechanism. A gruesome death.
I mean, they're Quillboars. They kind of had it coming. Screw Quillboars, am I right?
Ishnupora. Neashush, amen. Precisely. Ishnupora.
I've done all the STD missions, and they're terrible. At least as far as I've seen. Like, actually bad. It's pretty disgusting.
Ishnupora.
Like, the STO's writing quality isn't the best, but, I mean, holy crap.
Gladly. Ishnupora.
Oh, for God's sake.
Precisely. Gladly.
I love how fast Kieran moves.
Precisely. The gemstone has an inscription on its base. Ah. This is the spirit stone of Stone Talon Chasm. If the legends are true, then this will activate the spirit bridge that leads to the Oracle.
That would be nice, Kemek. But you're dreaming. That'll never happen.
Precisely. Ishnupora. Neashush, amen.
Oh no, it's a trap.
Statues are coming to life. Defend yourselves.
Sorry, but I mean, really?
Stand and fight. Ishnupora. Attack!
Sadly, we'll probably never get one, Kemek. Nobody's exactly making Star Trek games these days other than STO. And Star Trek doesn't exactly have a good track record for making games in general.
Inventory is full.
Shut up, game.
Precisely. Gladly. Neashush, amen.
I mean, I actually streamed a bit of that game, Kemek, and yeah, it's pretty damn bad.
Ah, the Spirit's Bridge. Just as the legends described it. Now, young Warchief, the path to the Oracle is revealed.
Ooh, that looks nice. Red Sea. Hey.
Orcs. I knew that we were being followed. Defend yourselves!
Stop! There will be no violence in this place.
That voice. You're no oracle. You're the prophet.
Very perceptive, son of Durotan. I am the prophet. And now that I have lured you all here, I will tell you what destiny holds.
What the hell is going on here?
Thrall, this is Jaina Proudmoore, leader of the survivors of Lordaeron.
Survivors? What are you talking about?
The invasion of the Burning Legion has begun. Lordaeron has already fallen, and now the demons come to invade Kalimdor. Only together, united against the Shadow, will you be able to save this world from the flame.
Unite with them? Are you mad?
Have you heard nothing that I've said? The Legion comes to undo history and end all life. Thrall, your friend Hellscream has already fallen under the demon's influence. Soon he and your whole race will be lost forever.
No. I'll die before I let that happen.
then you must rescue him immediately. He is the key to the destiny I promised you. However, you will need help.
Wait, this is insane. You can't possibly expect me to...
Destiny is at hand, young sorceress. The time to choose has come. For the fate of all who live, humanity must join forces with the Horde.
You know, looking back, this is just kind of a duh, but this was actually a big moment in the day. Remember, before this we had Warcraft 1 and Warcraft 2, and that was it. So the idea of the humans allying with the Horde was a big thing. It was like, oh my god, you know? But, that being said, one of the things I like about this, which is done deliberately, is you'll notice the leaders of this new alliance are both really young. Too young to have lived through the First War and the Second War. Nice little touch there. Like, I forget how old Jaina is at this point, but she's a youngin'. And we already said Thrall's 20. He is super young here. In fact, I'm actually kind of curious. Let me look up how old Jaina is really quick. So... hang on. I need the other timeline. There's two timelines and they disagree with each other. Here we go. This is the timeline I want. No, this is the unofficial timeline. Whatever. Jaina is 2 or 3 years younger than Thrall. So, super young. It's time to finish the Orc campaign. This mission's rough. All the last missions are rough. You notice that? That's kind of a trend. That is very common for StarCraft. The final mission of any given campaign is just mean. Arthas is in his 20s, like early 20s, and when Arthas was dating her, which if you remember was years before this, he was under 18.
If the prophet was correct, then the Warsong encampment lies just over the ridge. We should ready ourselves for battle.
I know, Cairn. It's just that I never thought I'd live to see the day when I had to fight my own people.
Welcome to hell, Thrall.
Just remember, Thrall. This soul gem, you can capture your friend's spirit without hurting him. But you need to bring it back to my base immediately, so we can free Hellscream from the demon's control.
I appreciate your help, Miss Proudmoore. Yet another day I thought I'd never live to see.
That makes 2 of us. I'll return to my base and aid you as best I can. Good luck. Gentlemen.
The spirits rage around you, young war chief. They sense your anguish, your grief.
Hellscream is like a brother to me, Cairn. But he and his clan have fallen under the demon's influence. If I can't save him, then my people might be damned for all time.
So, hi Sibri. Yeah, this mission's mean. You know why this mission's mean? We're going to be under continuous attack from multiple bases, and they're all fell orcs. This is actually pretty clever, and I think a neat game design thing they do. Because, if you remember, we've already seen what fell orcs could do. We had them. You know, we had control of fell orcs. So, defensive emplacements are basically actually useless. For the first time, there's effectively no reason whatsoever to actually use defenses here. Because they will tear through those like butter. So, we're gonna have to do something else. Which means what I want to do is this and this. Actually, no. This. There we go.
For honor.
Yeah, Fel Orcs are basically just a buzzsaw through whatever they're looking at. So this is going to be our sitting behind force. And we're going to leave these guys behind to hopefully help hold the line. Because like I said, defense is not even worth it. Not even worth the resources. I'm also going to want that.
Research complete.
Garrosh, he could save us. Wait. Yeah, Infernals. Yeah, by the way, we're going to be fighting Infernals, too. Because of course we are. This is all a bit of a preview, because we're going to be fighting a lot of demons when we get to the Night Elves. And the Night Elf campaign, I've heard many people say, is the hardest campaign of the 4 of these. And I agree completely. But it's on purpose. There's a reason it's the last campaign. Like, if you were to track the difficulty of the campaigns, I'd say it starts really low, and then there's like a reset when you get to the Undead, but that starts higher than Human did. There's a reset to Orc, which starts higher than Undead did, and there's a reset to Elf, which starts higher than Orc did. My opinion. I'm just kind of waiting here. Let's go ahead and do... Should I do that now? Yeah, let's just get that out of the way.
Can't build that, Dogi.
Just be done
Research
with
complete.
I can do that.
Research complete.
that. Nah, I got something else for that.
I hear the summons.
Speaking of which, thank you for reminding me. So by memory, they're going to hit from the east first. Let's pick a good spot. Right there.
Right away. Tazdingo! You seek me help? I hear the summons.
Stingo means, I have no idea. It means Bob's your uncle. I don't know.
Work complete.
That would be really interesting, Kay. Garrosh shows up. Listen, you must not turn to the Fel. Wait, what? Who are you? I'm your son. Why do you look older than me? Don't question it. Don't question the time travel of this franchise. Trust me. Yeah, the speedrun of this mission is hysterical. I'm not even going to try it, but... Actually, a lot of Warcraft 3 speedruns are hysterical, really. Alright, so here's our objective. Item, teleport, item, sacrifice units, win.
Work complete.
StarCraft is the same way. There's a Brood War specifically. I've seen a lot of Brood War speedruns where it's basically just beeline for the goal line and try to do everything you can to get the one unit there you need to win the mission.
We need more lumber.
They are not completely controlled. They are blinded by bloodlust. This is actually one of the... This is one of the major flaws with the Fel Orcs and why they didn't work the first time. They're not being controlled like the Scourge are. They're just killing whatever's in their path. And if there's nothing in their path, then they will kill each other as well.
The storm is coming.
Just as brutally and horribly. Okay, so... Let's go ahead and... I think we're about ready.
Research complete.
I do want both of those. But I need more lumber. Oh my god, lumber.
You are the humans' lapdog. We serve only the Legion now.
Yeah, they're very stupid Sith when they're controlled by the Fel, which makes sense because really Fel can be seen as analogous to the dark side in many ways. Worse, arguably. Where is... I don't have one yet, do I? Well, of course I don't, because that would be smart.
Research complete. Something you're doing? We need more lumber.
Oh my god! Why do I always need more lumber as orcs? He asked redundantly. Green is exposure. Red is corruption, Vandalia. Most orcs have green skin because they have been exposed to Fel. It has also been argued that magic in general will cause that. But that's a debatable thing, and there's not a lot of evidence for that for or against, so make of that what you will.
What do you want? I can do that. Okie dokie.
What you'll be craving?
Research complete.
You seek me help?
Nope, not doing it, Sakage. No cheats. I didn't even cheat when I failed earlier. Could've.
The spirits are restless.
Cheats are bad. Oh, this does involve a lot of just sitting here while I wait for this to be done. I should probably get a second one going, honestly.
Something need doing? Work. What do you want? We need more lumber. Yes. I can do that.
I knew it, Kamek. You secretly just hate my streams. Why don't you just tell me that, man? It's not like I'm gonna judge you for it. I mean, I might judge you a little bit, but not really. It's okay. I understand completely.
We need more lumber. We need more lumber. We need more lumber.
If I click it enough, it'll eventually go through, right? That's how that works.
I hear the summons. How may I serve?
Let's get a North Spy going.
That'll be good choice, man.
What do I need, Roger Brock? I didn't quite hear you.
Right away. That'll be good choice, man.
Work complete.
Damn it. There we go.
The skies are burning.
Just waiting for this.
This is no natural storm. Blessed ancestors. Everyone, brace yourselves!
Why are they suddenly standing together? So yeah, Infernals. Remember how I mentioned how Infernals are really, really mean when we were using them as the undead? Yeah, immunity to magic.
Fight on, my warriors. We must reach Hellscream before it's too late.
Immunity to magic, lots of health, lots of armor, chaos damage.
For honor,
Work complete.
Oh, also, they have a burning aura that just hurts anyone who happens to be nearby them.
I hear the summons.
Fun things. But no, I did not know that, Sakage. That's kind of amusing. Okay. How do I want to split this up?
Research complete.
Let's do 4. Yeah, 4. Commit.
We need more lumber.
Oh my god.
Hmm? What you be craving?
My old
Let's get
bones
on with it.
ache.
Yes. Yes.
I hear the
Let's get on
summons.
with it.
I'm thinking I do, Crazy Norse. I don't know. Can anyone tell me if I need more lumber? What's 5 times 8? 40? Yeah. Oh, I can totally beat this by 7, Jordan. I'd better. I got another stream to do today.
Direct me.
Research complete.
Dabu.
I'm going to hyper-specialize my forces a bit, which I may end up regretting. We'll see. Oh my god, make more lumber happen. More lumber. More. More.
Research complete.
What? They're selling cactuar plushies. Oh, and tonberries. Moogles. Chocobos. There's a Vivi and a bear? Why is there a bear? And slimes, for some reason. Nobody likes slimes. Yeah, I think Thrall's got this, Vandelli. Thrall, go defeat the enemy forces. I just got an email from the Square Store, Reg Brock. So, whatever the Square Store's official thing is.
More lumber.
Oh my god!
May my ancestors watch over me.
Ancestors are like, dude, the hell, man.
How now? I am able to help.
I'm actually nervous.
Research complete.
I shouldn't be, but there's a reason I'm getting a huge and very powerful force ready to go before I even leave my base. Well, you see, Spokov, they're really, really dumb. I don't know, dude. Hey, thorium armor. Ah, those were the days. When thorium was hard to come by and totally worthless.
The War Chief.
Oh no!
Let's get on with it.
Do not push me or I will impale you on my hordes. Doubles. Got milk? Hey, what are these letters plus
Let's get on with it. Yes.
Ahem. How you doing, Jaina? Everything good up there?
We're under attack!
I am the War Chief.
Sounds good.
You'll see me regard,
Let's move.
For honor.
Wish me luck, guys.
Yes.
I mean, we're on easy difficulty, so this is probably going to be fine, but...
For honor.
This can be mean.
Look, Narok!
However, we do have a group of bloodlusted Tauren, so...
Dabu. For honor.
I almost feel bad about playing on easy. It's weird. Like, I really enjoy the challenge of a good RTS. What do you mean, Kay? I mean, they're evil and they need to die, but what about them? Oh, hello.
Let's get on with it. I am the spirits are restless. For honor.
We're under attack!
What? Oh, God,
let's get on with it. None will survive. Yes.
Exactly, next time. That's exactly right. That's really disappointing. That down. okay. I need it past this.
None will survive. Regard, oh God.
Wolves. Let's go there. This while we're recovering a little bit. Switch forward north, attack the main base. No kidding, Crazy Norse. Yeah, to be completely honest, if this was just the orcs, you know, if someone other than Thrall had been, you know, or Thrall was not as good at making allies as he was, this would be game, to be blunt. They would not be able to take down the Fel Orcs on their own. Not without the trolls and the Tauren, and frankly, not without the humans either. I know that they're not showing much in the mission, but they were a part of this. It's one of the reasons why I was so damned pissed when Garrosh was like, "You're not part of my horde." I'm like, you idiot. They are the horde. Right? Just gonna chill for a minute, recover, because we're about to go through the final push, which is gonna be fun. Everyone group hug around the thing. There we go. Wait for this to fall off. Okay, let's go. We got this. We got a quick cutscene where Grom admits that he was never a good person. To put it nicely.
I am the war chief.
Yeah, notice we're actually fighting demon units too. I think I mentioned that earlier, but there's Grom. Cutscene.
Hellscream, you've got to come with me. And where would you lead me, boy? Destiny is at hand. Lord Manaroth is our master now. Who? You're not talking sense. Ah, Thrall. You always believed that the demons corrupted our race, but that's only half true. We gave ourselves up willingly on Draenor. The other chieftains and I, we drank Manaroth's blood, Thrall. We brought this curse upon ourselves. You did this to our people knowingly?
Oh, absolutely, Vandalia.
I am.
No question.
Regard, no God. Let's get on with it.
Now we run.
For honor.
Let's go way back. Not really spoke of. Like, that basically devolved into the Burning Blade being a part of the Legion assault, and that's kind of it. But it never became a big thing, no. I know what you're referring to, but yeah. So I know this is going to sound horrible, but I'm thinking of giving a story positive for the Orc campaign in general. It's a good look at a lot of different things. We have Thrall, we have Cairn, we have some good world building and some background stuff going on. But interestingly enough, Grom gets the most character for this whole sequence. I wish we'd fought Manaroth too, but then again, they hadn't figured out how to do boss fights and RTSs yet. They figured that one out for StarCraft 2. Lol, Venters.
Our allied town is being attacked. Lokrigar, Nogal.
Okay, we're good. If we made it this far back, we're good.
taboo.
See, the problem is Fel is something that can be resisted, but it requires willpower. Grom has a lot of things going for him, but willpower is not on that list. You know?
Hellscream?
Thrall, I see clearly now. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
To hell with your apologies! Right now, I need you to help me save our people.
Manaroth. We must face Manaroth in the canyon.
Then let's go. I don't want to keep the bastard waiting.
So predictable. I knew you would come. And I see you brought the mighty Hellscream. His blood is mine. As is your whole misbegotten race. Effort, but futile. The boy believed you could be saved, but he didn't know what burns within your soul. Within your heart, you know we are the same. Thrall, the blood haze has lifted. The demon's fire has burnt out in my veins. I have freed myself.
No, old friend. You've freed us all.
And that's the thing with Grom. What Manaroth said was right, that they are the same. The difference is Manaroth revels in it and Grom hates it. Grom wanted to be a better person. He wasn't, but he wanted to be. I've always assumed, and I believe I said this during the lore run as well, that it is the fell empowerment that allowed Grom to be able to damage Manaroth so severely like that. Especially since, when this was written, the rule was sufficient damage could kill a demon. You know, it took the right kind of power, and Grom had that. That being said, I mean, come on. They didn't really know how to do fight scenes back then. They've gotten better about that sense, but one shot and it's dead. You know, that's not much of a fight. But it's still a good cutscene. This is also the beginning of the tragedy of Thrall, because now Thrall. Well, I mean, we in real life have this thing where we refuse to speak ill of the dead. You ever heard of that? You know, people are far more hesitant to speak badly about someone who is no longer alive. Now, there's some logic to that. But Thrall takes that, plus the fact that his brother, Grom, is not his real brother, just died, freeing all the orcs permanently of the blood curse of the demons. Now, I'm not blaming Thrall for this. This is actually something I like about his character. So many people say he's so perfect, he does nothing wrong. No, Thrall screws up constantly. But you can see why he looks at this and he venerates Grom. You'll also notice in his final moments, Grom doesn't say, I have freed us. He says, I have freed myself. Now, I'm not saying that he was selfish so much as he didn't really do it to renaissance the orcs. He wasn't doing it for some grand purpose. He just wanted to be a better person. Thrall takes that and puts him up on a pedestal, and that causes issues. Next up, which we will be doing tomorrow, we will be starting the Night Elf campaign. And that should be a fun one. But before we do, like I said, I do want to go ahead and give a story positive, basically, for the Orc campaign. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to give a plus to Grom. Any objections? Yeah, it's interesting to think about the parallels between Grom and Arthas, which is doubly interesting because both characters do eventually redeem themselves through death. More literally than otherwise. I think I'm also going to officially just give a general voice acting positive, just one for now. Because there's some good voice acting, mostly for the main characters, which is the catch. I am going to go ahead and codify 3 of our story negatives here. I'm just going to make this official. So we're up to here. One of these is for Medivh. One of these is for Archimond. And one of these is for gameplay and story segregation. Because honestly, I'm just sick of it. There's so many times, every mission, basically, every single mission, it's like, why is this here? Well, because it's a gameplay story segregation. If I have to think that every single mission, you know? think I am also going to do this. We're just kind of codify that aggregate with that. Basically, there's an aggregate for the Undead campaign and the Orc campaign kind of combined. I'm still debating... Oh, no, I already checked the difficulty. I've already judged the difficulty. So the difficulty is going to be part of an aggregate negative, which we've already talked about. This is basically... So these aggregates are kind of codified, so we're going to go ahead and push those in. So those are both aggregates, and we're still debating that one. But one of those aggregates is basically for the port. There are issues with this port. The sound clip issue, the audio options not being set up, the balancing issues, which are worse than they were in the original. The pissed sounds not playing properly, the music shutting off randomly. Oh, and I forgot to add the fact that the game... I had to restart the game to even continue the campaign. Thankfully that worked, otherwise that would have been absolutely terrible. The other aggregate we're still building, but that includes the... So actually, let's go ahead and do this. Let's push this into here. There we go. So that's going to be the sound clips, the small selection size, and the lazy difficulty. That's all part of the other aggregate, which honestly we can codify right now. I'm still debating the food upkeep system. I don't think it deserves a full negative. In fact, I think that's so much that I'm just going to get rid of that and put it here. And so, having talked myself out of all this, we're just going to codify those two negatives and just leave that there. The mission selection thing sucks. I agree. It's just, oh my god. Orcs need more lumber. So, is that everything? That's everything for now. Tomorrow we will go ahead and start the Night Elf and finish the Night Elf campaign. I'm going to turn the difficulty back up to normal when we get to a couple of missions. Actually, a specific mission I want to turn the difficulty back up to normal for. I have a feeling the Night Elf campaign is going to get another story positive, though, because there's some good stuff there. So, either way, I hope to see you guys either tonight, because we're playing board games tonight, or tomorrow when we'll be playing Warcraft 3. See you around, guys.